The morning sun glinted off the sleek, imposing tower of Apex Dynamics, a building that practically hummed with ambition and efficiency. Inside, on the 45th floor, that hum was personified by its CEO, Cassandra Cassvance. She was a force of nature in a tailored navy suit, her heels clicking a staccato rhythm of purpose on the polished concrete floors. "The Q3 projections are lethargic," she stated, not even breaking stride as her assistant scrambled beside her, tablet in hand. "I want the full analytics team in the war room in 10 minutes. And cancel the intern coffee and ideas chat. It's a distraction from actual work." In the sprawling, sun-drenched intern pit, a very different energy prevailed. Chloe Chen, a design intern with a passion for color and a belief that work should be, well, fun, was trying to explain her latest concept. "Imagine if our app interface wasn't just gray and blue," she said, gesturing at her screen filled with warm, inviting colors and intuitive icons. "If it felt more like a helpful friend and less like a corporate spreadsheet." Her manager, David, didn't even look up from his phone. "The Apex brand is about power and precision, Chloe, not watercolor sunsets. Stick to the brief." He walked away, leaving Chloe to sigh and share a frustrated look with the other interns. The suits, as they called them, just didn't get it. The following day was the annual Innovate conference, a massive tech expo where Apex Dynamics was a premier sponsor. Cass moved through the bustling convention center with a fixed, professional smile, her team a nervous phalanx around her. It was all a necessary evil, a PR exercise. "Next, we have the Zenith Wellness booth," her PR lead chirped nervously. "They're a potential partner for our corporate wellness program." The booth was a minimalist oasis of white and chrome, featuring a chair that looked like it belonged in a sci-fi movie. "The Aura Harmonizer," the rep beamed. "It uses targeted frequencies to realign executive biorhythms, promoting peak mindfulness." Cass suppressed an eye roll. "It looks complicated." "It's perfectly safe," the rep insisted. "Perhaps you'd like to give it a quick demonstration, Ms. Vance? Show your team you're invested in their well-being." The request was a public relations trap. Feeling every pair of eyes on her, Cass reluctantly sat in the sleek chair. At that exact moment, Chloe, tasked with fetching coffee for the entire Apex team, was maneuvering through the crowd with a precarious tray of overfilled cups. A jostle from the crowd sent her stumbling forward. The tray flew from her hands, a river of hot latte and espresso arcing through the air and splashing directly onto the Aura Harmonizer's control panel. There was a sharp sizzle, a smell of burnt wiring, and a flash of blinding blue light that engulfed both Cass in the chair and Chloe, who had tripped right in front of it. When the spots cleared from her vision, Cass's first thought was that the coffee had given her a stroke. She was lying on the hard convention center floor, her head throbbing, the scent of sour milk assaulting her nostrils. She looked down, expecting to see her Prada heels. Instead, she saw a pair of worn Converse sneakers with a chipped purple toenail peeking through a hole in the fabric. Her hands, when she held them up, were smaller, adorned with chipped black nail polish and a few silver rings. A gasp came from the harmonizer chair. Cass looked up and saw herself. Or rather, her body. It was staring at her, hands with wide, terrified eyes. My voice," her body squeaked, in a tone that was unmistakably Chloe's. The chaos began. Navigating the subway was a fresh layer of hell Cass had never imagined. The noise, the crowds, the confusing map, it was utterly inefficient. Arriving at Apex, she was immediately corralled by David. "There you are, Chin. I need you to collate these user feedback forms. Alphabetize by last name, then cross-reference by date." It was mental torture. Cass saw a dozen ways to automate the process, but when she tried to explain them to David, he just patted her on the head. "Just stick to the instructions. We don't pay you to think." She was trapped in a prison of mediocrity, her ideas dismissed because of the body they came from. Meanwhile, Chloe was trapped in a gilded cage. Waking up in Cass's penthouse had been surreal, navigating her day as the CEO was terrifying. She was swept into a board meeting where men in very expensive suits talked about synergizing paradigms and monetizing verticals. Overwhelmed, she started doodling in the margins of her legal pad, little cartoon characters acting out the business jargon. Cassandra? Your thoughts on the new branding? The head of marketing asked. Chloe panicked. It's kind of boring, isn't it? She blurted out. The room went silent. I mean, where's the joy? The fun? Why don't we, use memes? Instead of the immediate firing she expected, the marketing head stroked his chin. Bold. Disruptive. A meme-centric campaign, it could cut through the noise. Let's workshop that. Emboldened, and feeling the oppressive stress of the office environment, Chloe then did the unthinkable. She sent a company-wide email with one of her doodles, a sleepy cat, announcing a mandatory 3 p.m. cookie break to boost morale. Desperation forced them to find each other. They met in a deserted stairwell, a bizarre mirror image. We have to fix this. Now! Cass's Chloe demanded, her voice tight with anxiety. Okay, but have you tried the coffee in the intern pit? It's a fascinating study in failure, Chloe as Cass replied, trying to lighten the mood. It was a disaster. But they were stuck. And so, an unlikely alliance was forged. For the rest of the day, they became each other's guardian angels via a hidden Bluetooth earpiece. Cass fed Chloe corporate buzzwords and strategic points for her meetings, saving her from several disastrous faux pas. In return, Chloe guided Cass on how to act like a normal human being around the other interns, preventing her from getting fired for insubordination. And in the quiet moments between the chaos, insights began to glimmer. Cass, forced to listen to the unfiltered conversations in the intern pit, heard a raw, brilliant idea for a client campaign, an idea that would have been polished into blandness by the time it reached her desk. Chloe, while staring at a report on her Cass's screen, saw the stark data on plummeting employee morale and the immense weight of the financial decisions that rested on Cass's shoulders. The pressure was suffocating. As evening fell, they found themselves drawn back to the now quiet Zenith Wellness booth, where a mortified technician was waiting. A total system meltdown. We've rebooted, we think we can reverse the polarity. With a nervous flick of a switch, there was another, gentler flash of light. The world swam and then settled. Cass blinked, feeling the familiar, expensive fabric of her own suit jacket beneath her fingers. Chloe flexed her hands, relieved to see the chipped black nail polish back where it belonged. The next morning, the office was buzzing with a strange new energy. The mandatory cookie break had been a riotous success. The meme-centric marketing campaign was being focus grouped with unprecedented engagement. And the data entry process Cass had tried to reorganize had been quietly implemented by the interns, shaving hours off their workload. Cass called Chloe into her office. Chloe walked in, her heart pounding, fully expecting a termination letter. Instead, Cass gestured to a chair. Sit. She studied Chloe for a moment, the frantic intern she'd been barely 24 hours before. The app interface redesign, Cass began. The one with the watercolor sunsets. Show it to me. Tentatively, Chloe pulled it up on her tablet. Cass studied it for a long minute. It's approachable, she said finally, the word feeling foreign on her tongue. I'm creating a new innovation task force, made up of junior staff. I want you to lead it. You'll report directly to me. Chloe's jaw dropped. Seriously? A fresh perspective is our most undervalued asset, Cass said, and for the first time, she almost smiled. Now, I believe it's almost 3 p.m. And I hear there are cookies in the kitchen. As Chloe left the office, a new confidence in her step, Cass didn't immediately reach for her phone. She looked out her panoramic window, at the city sprawling below. The hum of ambition was still there, but it was now harmonized with a new, more human rhythm. They had both seen the world from the other side, and nothing would ever look quite the same again.